Hello there! Abstract Tiger Productions here. I'm Chris.
And I'm Drew.
And we are back. Yes, Drew is back. Hey. He lives. We put him in a back-to-tank.
Yes. A COVID-proof back-to-tank.
So, we're just going to really brief. They know my thoughts on last week's episode. This is Kenobi, going to be episode 4, but last time on Kenobi, your thoughts. The people already know my thoughts.
Golly. I have so much to talk about, and I know that this is just a recap, but I want to start with the very first thing. I loved the exchange between Obi-Wan and Leia where he fixed Lola. Straight up, I absolutely loved that. I'm still a little confused canonically how in the world they have this much interaction together, and yet she doesn't reference any of it. But that's fine, because Carrie Fisher is not this girl.
No.
Next thing, big thing. Vader looks awesome. Vader looks
they did?
So good.
They flashy thingied her.
The flashy thingy. I want my flashy thing.
For those of you who know that movie, you get it. If those of you who don't, well, you
should watch
the Empress.
3 of the 4. Figure out which one's based off the Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. James Earl Jones came back. There was a lot of people thinking that he would not be able to because of his health and his age.
Yeah,
and
I think they did use him, but they also used at the same time, but him talking into what did they call it? A re-speecher or something like that.
I have no idea. I just know the end of the credits. It literally says,
voiced
by James Earl Jones.
He was voiced, yes, but they used that. I figured, they used some sort of like retuning device thing to make him sound younger than he did in Rogue One and whatnot.
Right,
and in Rebels as well. So it kind of fits a little bit more with his voice, I guess. At any rate, that's just a side behind the scenes thing that they did. But he did all the lines and stuff like that. Yeah.
Moving on to my next point, you're right. I was wrong. Reva did 100% blame Obi-Wan for the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah,
straight up.
Yeah, she's like, yeah.
She was like, he will pay for what he's done. I don't
care about him.
Vader's like, I don't care about the Grand Inquisitor. I care about Obi-Wan. Tell me where he's at.
Yeah.
I want Kenobi in a Darth Vader impersonating Darth Maul voice. Let's see. Hallucinating Anakin. I thought that was really cool. So far, we haven't really seen Hayden Christensen because he's been.
He's in the suit.
He's
in the suit. Yeah, he's in the suit.
There's 2 body doubles, one for lightsaber and one for the walking, because Hayden Christensen is not tall enough to be Darth Vader. The whole point is they have to match the David Prowse look, and so they have body doubles. But I like that we got Anakin, or at least Hayden Christensen. The turnaround hallucination, I really, really enjoyed. The music swelling, the cinematography, the look of sheer terror on Obi-Wan's face when it kept cutting back and forth. Freck. Okay.
Yeah, Mole Man.
Freck. I have an alien star mole. Star-nosed mole.
He's an Imperial sympathizer, and
so I fell for it. I know what they were going for, and I fell for it because it wouldn't be the first time he's voiced a character, because he voiced a stormtrooper in Mandalorian. I really thought it was Seth Rogen.
Nope, it was Zach Braff.
I know. I watched the end credits and I was like, How? Those two sound nothing alike. And I'm not even a Scrubs fan, but I know who he is.
The only thing that would have been is if he had laughed, and it would have been that. Hey, we're gonna smoke some space weed.
Wow.
Anyways,
and there goes Kappa.
it's like
No.
it's marked not for kids anyway. So
Obi-Wan has a brother.
he thinks he does. Yes, he thinks he. It could be a little sister. We don't know. It was just baby.
Well, okay. So after you watched episode 3, I assume you watched the Blind Wave reaction.
Yeah, but I don't remember too much about it. It's
Okay, well, they were
things...
like, oh, there's no way they just threw that in there. Something's going to happen with that.
Yeah, there's probably...
Like, season 2 is going to be Kenobi looking for his family. Or something like that. Like, it was speculation that was going on between Eric and Aaron. But, shout out to Blind Wave, because they're awesome. It's his fault. He got me into watching reactors.
Star Wars reenactors. The next step after Civil War reenactors.
Captain America Civil War?
No.
Dang it.
Like the actual American Civil War.
No, I know what you meant. I was trying to be funny.
Oh, okay.
We could just cut me out. Like, just cardboard cut out right here. Just like... Okay, Quinlan Voss.
Yes, which ties into we have a Jedi version of the Underground Railroad.
Yes, it's called The Path.
Yeah.
Which I think is super cool.
Yes, which I think in my reaction I did do some like text on screen things that kind of corrected me on... I thought he had died. Nope, he didn't. It was Ventress that died.
Yeah, Ventress died. Yep.
But he is... I wonder how he's changed.
I
mean, especially after, having Ventress die.
Yeah.
And, they were all kissy,
After Ventress, became... Well, I wouldn't say she
one
completely
with the Force.
Turned. Wow. I wasn't going to say she completely turned. I would say that she became more of an anti-hero.
I think, she just kind of like, I'm not Sith, I'm not Jedi no more, I'm just here.
But not a gray Jedi. Because they still have not made that an official canon thing. And there can only be one Bendu.
I am kind of interested, though, if we get Thrawn back. This is going off rails again. We probably should wait till this.
Thrawn!
Probably should wait till after the episode because this is too long. So let's put a pin in that.
You never put a pin in Thrawn. Just like you don't put baby in a corner. Only when the eyes are closed can you truly see. I thought that line was awesome. And it just sums up Quinlan Voss perfectly, in my opinion.
And Kanan Jarrus.
Yeah, wow. Too soon, man. Too soon.
Anyways, and then we had the most brutal Vader we have ever seen.
Gosh.
And this outdoes the scene in
Rogue One. Yeah.
By a long shot.
He was snapping people's necks.
He's like, I'm pulling you out of a window, hanging you up, you're gonna die. Oh, look, your child is coming here. You're dead.
Yeah,
oh, look, here's somebody over here. I'm just gonna take you, drag you across the sand because I don't like sand. And
that's why he's wearing boots, so they don't get everywhere.
Sand, not the boots.
Wow.
Those boots were made for walking.
Another great line. Sorry, stepping back one. I finally figured out the other Inquisitor that we keep trying to figure out who she is.
Yes,
she's the fourth sister.
Yes.
I finally figured that out because I read it with captions.
Yes. Yes, she's the fourth. Actually, I think I heard that from like Blind Way when they were discussing that. So, fourth sister. So yes, and she's just kind of like, dude, I don't want to get in y'all's like drama. I'm just here to collect my paycheck and go.
Yeah, she's like, I don't care who I'm taking orders from. This is what needs to happen.
Yeah.
All
right. Well,
I am what you made me. That is the line of the episode. What are you? What are you? I am what you made me. What have you become? I am what you made me. Boom. Just right there. If they had to like sum up the entire episode in one line, that's it. And I thought that was very well done.
And whilst it was visually disturbing, actually Obi-Wan being drugged through the coals like that wouldn't have done much more than just this.
Yeah.
But still, that's bad enough. It's just, I'm going to drop you into fire now.
I didn't realize, and this may be because I'm not as well versed on Clone Wars or anything like that, I did not realize that Ventremite was flammable like that. Like, dropped a whole bucket load and just spark with a lightsaber. By the way, that was the first time I've ever seen a lightsaber used as a lighter. Like, seriously, he just went...
It was probably the only thing that could light it on fire, except for the explosion that Tala did.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, we're going to Jabim, and Reva has Leia. Or
we
Reva
don't know.
Leia
turned Leia. Yeah. The third sister Reva confronted Leia at the place where she was supposed to meet the pilot guy, but he dead. And then Leia turned around and ran like she has been doing a lot.
And then we have credits, and it just makes you go, oh!
One last thing, the loader droid,
Ned B. I love Ned B. I kind of skipped over that
dude
because
had a hammer and he was about to bust some buckets.
I was gonna say,
he was like,
Ned B. For being the first droid we have that does not talk, like he doesn't even like make or nothing. There's nothing.
There's just the sound of him like moving his servos moving. That's it.
Yeah. That was one of the best droids I've seen, and I know we're getting another one because Ned B is the one that saved Ben.
Yeah.
I just have giant letters. Dropped Ben in fire? Question mark, exclamation point.
Yeah. So Ned B. Vader did.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this episode, shall we? All right.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Maybe it was a
Space Nevada.
No one is coming here, Leia.
Ow. Oh.
Get the back to tank ready.
Back to tank. Oh.
Oh, we're cutting back and forth between the two. Oh my gosh.
Your burns, your body, they just need time. We're on Jabim. You're safe now.
Where's Leia?
Nope.
Fortress Inquisitor.
You can't keep me here.
Oh.
My father is Bail Organa. He's a senator. I am a princess of Alderaan.
I can't lose her. You've no idea what the Empire is capable of.
I had a wife once. I knew exactly what she was before we got married. We tried to hide it. And the Inquisitors found her anyway. So I know exactly what the Empire can do.
How far down do you think it goes?
I have no idea. It's their base of operations. So
Hey, ask Cal Kestis. He's been there already.
I don't see any shield.
Before you guys.
Is your cover still intact?
We'll find out soon enough. We're wasting time. Get my ship fueled and ready.
If she survives this encounter, I wonder if she becomes one of the first culprits.
Maybe.
I need to find out where they are, Leia. This can help you.
I don't don't know anything about a path.
Well, let's think a little bit harder, shall we?
Oh.
I'm here with classified intelligence. Do you know what classified means?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Nice bluff. Remember what happened last time you were underwater? You had to deal with Jar Jar. Ah! The heck?
Really cool starfish looking thing.
Very creepy looking starfish looking thing.
Or some form of octopod.
Hi. Oh. Ooh. She is trying to.
Sith mind read thing.
This is their contest.
Is this a staring contest?
Strong. I had a droid when I was younger, too. It was taken from me. Like everything else.
Sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Like Daleks, they only look straight ahead. No. Oh.
Clever.
We're all on the same side here. We'll leave you two to die.
I'll tell you where they are. I just don't want anyone to get hurt.
I give you my word.
You okay?
Yeah, like your word and 50 cents only get you half a Coke.
Okay, right? You said we're all on the same side.
Nice try, princess. I hope you like pain.
I'll never tell you where they are.
It's time to make those tears wait.
Let go! Mommy, please!
That is way too big for her.
Yep. What the world?
Oh, snap. Frozen Jedi.
Uh-huh.
Found out what they're hiding down here. This place isn't a fortress.
It's a prison. Oh, it's the guy from, oh. I can't remember. He was in an Ahsoka episode where she lost her saber. He was the old guy. Anyways, obviously you don't remember.
No, I don't.
I don't know who that is.
This is your last chance, Leia.
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh,
A youngling.
I'm sorry to intrude. I understand that you're leading the hunt for the network they call the Path. Just speak. I was stationed on Ragusa when the hunt began. Ranking officer, qualifications for discharge. They're on Florum. The network runs out of the Certos.
Florum.
They use the salvage business to launder goods, rent new identities, fly the Jedi out.
I found evidence before the escape. Impressive. We need to direct all resources there immediately and take the network out of its route.
Unless, of course, you're lying.
Oh, jeez.
Slick. Not for you either.
That was cool.
Indeed.
I will not have my integrity questioned. Then admit you're a spy. Of course I am. Spent 2 years undercover. Trying to find out where they're hidden.
There we go. That worked. The Kenobi spin!
Yep.
He's slowly getting back into it.
Yeah, I was like, the muscle memory is kicking in good.
Even though it's probably a little bit sore because he's still injured.
Right. But yeah, you were like Kenobi spin, and then he did his stance right after
Oopsies!
that. Why do people do underwater bases? It never works. Nice.
Haha. Oopsies!
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Oh. I think that black character was a purge trooper.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Put this on. This way.
Well, okay. Apparently the suits are not waterproof.
Apparently not. What in the world?
That's not.
And nobody's looking!
Just walking through the whole thing. Oh look, here they are. Uh-oh.
Child and an old man. Was it worth it? Betraying everything you are. This was never who I was.
Then you die.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm kind of curious to see who shows up. What? What?
Who showed up?
What? Who showed? Those are the snow speeders. What the heck?
Okay, so it's the two that were there at the briefing.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to see who shows up. Who showed up?
Who showed up? Oh, jeez.
Get in.
Get in. Get in. Oh.
Got you, Sully. Just go. Destroy them.
Nope. Oh. He's not happy.
War. What the feet would bring. I will tolerate your weakness no longer.
I put a tracker on the ship.
What?
Soon the location of the network and Kenobi will be ours.
It seems I have underestimated you. There can be no mistakes. You're certain the tracker is with him.
Yes, my lord. Where he goes, it will follow.
Is it in Lola?
That would actually be really smart.
That'd be the only place I can think it would be. Well, her Imperial credentials are no longer valid
Right.
after this. Aww.
Lola.
It's in Lola. Oh. It is Lola. So.
Wow.
That was very
Expositional.
well. I was gonna actually compare it to something Mission Impossible esque.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yes.
I was gonna say there was a lot of exposition, so a lot of it was just like background information. This is what they're doing next.
Yeah.
This is how it's going. Da 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 da.
This Inquisitor Citadels in the Mustafar system on a water planet. I couldn't.
It was a moon.
Yeah, it was a moon.
I couldn't quite hear the name.
I
I've
think
heard
it was
before.
Near or something like that. N-I-R, perhaps I'll do the thing and the text and whatever's.
Either up here, down here, over here, over there. Right over my face. Just no.
No. We also know what they're hiding in the bottom of the Citadel in the Inquisitor base.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Jedi, they're in stasis for some reason. And a youngling.
Yeah, I wonder if it's if that hasn't been completely and totally removed from Star Wars canon. There is still something called midichlorians. So, is it to extract midichlorians?
I don't know. It could tie into whatever genetic experimentation that the Kamina ones were carted off to for or whatever, or at least the surviving ones, I should say.
Right.
Like at the end of Bad Batch season 1, and then we see in Mando season 2 that one base on Navarro. Anyways, where they had those tanks full of like basically mutants.
They look like pre-Snokes.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm sure that they probably are like some of the ones that were the strongest that got captured.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said in the reaction, the very first one that he turns and looks at, it is hold on, actually I have my phone with me and I can look stuff up. Yay! It's a old elderly Jedi.
Yeah.
That in the Clone Wars there was an episode where Ahsoka, she basically gets grounded and she's told to work in the Jedi library.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And in the course of the episode, she loses her lightsaber. Some hoodlums
in the Ahsoka tribute video.
Probably. I don't remember. It's been a while. She enlists this guy to help her find her sabers.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look up the Jedi Master's name. Lightsaber Lost is the episode. Enlist the help of an ancient Jedi, Tara Sinube. Sinube.
That actually sounds really familiar. Tara Sinube.
Yeah. Let's see here if I can find a picture of him. Yeah, here he is.
Yep. Okay, I remember that episode.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, you were describing it, I'm losing it, and I don't remember a name.
It's expert on the Coruscant underworld is what he was. And studied criminal activities in the lower levels of the city world for decades. And now is in a stasis tube.
Yep.
That's the only one that I recognize. Though
the one
that looked like had the brick or the cardboard in front of his face,
mm-hmm.
I think could be like a temple, either a temple guard or someone who is like like not on Coruscant,
Right.
but in one of the other temples are scattered around the galaxy. I have seen that before. I think in Rogue One, that particular costume. I just
No.
can't remember, but at any rate, I did not recognize anybody else.
There was one that I did recognize.
Okay.
And if I'm wrong, I really wish you still had it pulled up so I could like do screen grab of it. But if I'm wrong, I want to say that it's the Green Twee from the he's in all 3 of the prequels. He basically sits like Mace Windu's right hand man. I can't remember name for the life of me.
I don't know,
But it's the one, not Plo Koon because he's got the goggles, but
he died.
He's got the green tendrils that come down like this with the black stripe, and he's got the big black ET looking eyes.
You're talking about that was Master.
I'm really bad at names.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. No, he died in the Emperor.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I could have sworn he was in one of those tubes.
I did not see any of those.
That's why I'm saying if you were able to do screen grabs, I could show you exactly where I think he is. It was like right when he first walks in the room. It doesn't zoom in on him. It's right when he first walks in the room. Right there to the right.
Okay, that's not who I thought it was. Who you were talking about? He's the one I think you were talking about was. I'm not sure who that is. I recognize the species, but he's not the.
I was gonna say that's
the
what I
aquatic
immediately.
one. Yeah, it's not the aquatic variant.
So it's not who I think it is.
No, it's not.
Okay, so I suck. Got it. Cool.
I do recognize. Has kind of like
name for the life of me.
Jamaican Jedi. Kit Fisto. That's who.
There we go.
Probably
That's who
you're
I'm
talking.
thinking of.
Yeah, but no,
Kit
that's
Fisto.
not Kit Fisto. He died during. He was with Mace and.
Yeah, he's the one that got
group.
impaled.
Yeah, they all died.
No. Like I'm saying,
he was one of the ones who died. Yes.
The first time we see the Emperor use his lightsaber, it's like a stabbing motion, and he does that thrust.
Yeah, that's not Master Kit Fisto. I don't recognize. I don't. Anyways,
I really thought that was Kit Fisto.
No.
Okay. So wrong.
So
it's kind of like when we were talking about the Obi-Wan trailer, and you were like dead set that's not the Grand Inquisitor, and you were just like, at this point, I'm just gonna let it keep going because I think I look funny.
Yeah. It did not look like it. It was a completely different design, and they actually, for the movies, they actually, did the real design for the Utapauians or whatever.
And in the new Jedi Survivor, there's an Utapauian, and he looks great.
And that is the Grand Inquisitor there. The only thing is he's not voiced by Jason Isaacs. He's actually voiced by the same guy from here.
Rupert Friend?
Yeah.
Interesting. He's Hitman. That's what I know him from.
Okay.
The Hitman remake.
Agent 47.
Exactly.
47.
Yeah, not the Timothy Oliphant from 2008, but the newer one called Agent 47. That's Rupert Friend.
Mind. Okay. I thought you were talking about the games, but
I was.
Okay.
They made movies based on the games.
I did not watch any of the movies based on the games. Either one of them.
The first one was Cobb Vanth. The one that plays
Timothy Oliphant.
Timothy Oliphant was the first Hitman, live action Hitman, and then Rupert Friend, who became obviously the Grand Inquisitor in this for an episode and a half.
Yeah.
Still trying to wrap my head around that one, but I trust Star Wars to fix their own canon.
Yeah, I'm sure he's somewhere in a back to tank somewhere.
But you have failed me for the last time.
Jeez, okay. He's like, run, I'm going to kill you now. Until she said,
I hit a tracker. Yeah. I let them go. It's like, I don't care. Snap. Fifth brother. Fix it. You didn't get enough love in the Fast and Furious franchise. I want you to help me out.
And then we actually see snow speeders in action again for the first time in forever.
And they were not used on snow
Yeah.
or speeding.
Well, they were speeding, just not on snow. It was interesting.
It was interesting seeing snow speeders in that context
Yes.
used as
water speeders.
well, also
rescue vehicles.
yes, I was gonna say used in an action sequence in that way, because we didn't really see that a lot in.
No, the only time we saw them in action really was when the Battle of Hoth.
Yeah, that's all I was like.
And that
but
was
nobody
it.
went pew pew pew. It was just.
Well, they tried to do that, and then there's like, that armor is too strong for blasters. Go for the legs. Tow cables. That's the abridged version.
Y'all see that really old movie Empire? I didn't carbon date the kid.
And then the one guy died. Wade. They named him, so he had to die.
They named him, so he had to die.
Okay.
That is so right on so many levels.
Almost convinced that Tala was going to die in this episode. I mean, she obviously didn't, but her Imperial cover is now completely wadded up, thrown out, and out the window.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
I'm also wondering, are we gonna get name Haja Ostri
oh,
back at any point?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably not in this series because we only have like 2 episodes left, and I think these
Thank you for
final
breaking
2
my heart.
episodes is going to be well, yeah, I figured he these next 2 episodes are definitely going to be focusing on. I figure the next one it's going to be them finding, oh hey, Lola is the tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Not that she has the tracker in her, she is the tracker.
Yep, they basically turned her into a probe droid.
Yeah, and then after that, then I think it's getting Leia back to Alderaan finally. Which
I mean, we've gotten so little, and I kind of like it, but I also don't like it. We've gotten so little Tatooine in this show so far.
I like it.
Well, I remember your biggest complaint was he doesn't leave. He's supposed to stay there. And I was like, well, apparently Leia gets kidnapped is a rumor I read. That's true.
True.
I did not realize she was going to get kidnapped in every episode. We spent 3 episodes rescuing her.
Yes.
From different situations. Not one continuous rescue, Great Escape style, or Prison Break style. It has been, we had to rescue her from Fleet. Then we had to rescue her from Reva. Now we had to rescue her from the Fortress Inquisitorius altogether.
Which still has Reva and everybody else.
I'm just saying.
It's just...
Eventually Vader's going to get a hold of her and be like, something's familiar about this child. And then Obi-Wan's going to save her and he'll be like, well, that was odd. Fast forward 30 years or 20 years later,
10.
That explains it.
10.
I'm not talking about A New Hope. I'm talking about Return of the Jedi when he realizes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Now, your Thrawn theory. Or your Thrawn statement.
Yes.
You said,
Thrawn
save it to the end.
theory.
I am ready for
Yes,
this.
okay.
Let's go.
Give
me my blue guy.
By blue. At any rate, there is... Okay, I'm going to pull up... No. Well, another thing. I am like I said, was wondering if they are bringing Thrawn back. There was a Jedi he found.
In Rebels or Heir to the Empire?
No, in the original trilogy. And what the? Why? That is not what I typed.
I've been having days like that too.
Joris Kaboeth.
Bless you.
Okay. That is the a Jedi Master that in the original run, I guess you could say. Thrawn finds this Jedi who is like survived Order 66. He's been on this planet. The only reason why he wasn't found is because of these lizard things that repel the Force.
Okay.
So
Jedi Broly got it.
No.
I was kidding based off the picture of the hair. Go ahead.
And Thrawn goes there and he basically enlists him because the guy, he wants to rebuild the Jedi Order. So Thrawn promises him he will get some apprentices for him to train. Specifically, Luke and Leia. And Leia's twins that she's carrying.
Right. I'm a little confused about the timing so far because...
Well, that would have been post... obviously, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, because Heir to the Empire takes place a year after, and Luke had moved into the... I forgot what they call it, but basically the Emperor's bedroom on Coruscant.
That's not creepy.
Yeah, no, it's a thing. Like in the very first or second chapter of the first of the Heir to the Empire, it's Luke struggling with the fact that he lives on Coruscant, and he's living in what was the Imperial. I can't remember the name of it, but basically the Imperial base.
I can't find.
Because I know about the Force lizard you're talking about, but I don't remember this story. But I also, because they were rented from the library, I breezed through the Heir to the Empire trilogy really fast, and so my brain just may not be firing on all cylinders right now. Because it wasn't Heir to the Empire series that made me fall in love with Thrawn as my favorite character. It was his portrayal in Rebels, and then I read, after the fact, his original run, and then I'm in the process of reading his new Timothy Zahn. It was a trilogy. Now there's like 6 books.
It's a series now.
Yeah, it's a
well,
Thrawn.
it's 2 trilogies. I guess.
Yeah, it's 2 trilogies. It's a saga. I think that's what when it gets past 4, they call it a saga. The Thrawn saga. Oh, that's nice. I want that in a box set. Anyways, but also the one that voiced him in Rebels was Lars Mikkelsen, Mads Mikkelsen's brother.
Yeah,
Thrawn.
Yeah,
yeah, and so that brings another thing in. There was rumors that
Joris Saboth.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Or is it Sabat? I don't know.
The Insane Clone Guardian of increased the the Insane Clone Guardian of Weymouth. Yeah, Joris Saboth. Okay. Sabaoth or something like that. That's the I wonder if they were going to bring him into whenever
Thrawn inevitably gets introduced.
Thrawn gets
Ahsoka.
back, because that's that would be interesting.
That's the main antagonist of Ahsoka.
Yeah.
So, like, we know Ezra, we know Sabine, we know Hera. Basically it's live action. It's live action Rebels. Like
Zeb! They would have to have Steve Bloom come in and do the voice. No, they could pass it off as, hey, he's on Lyrasan or whatever his planet's name was still.
Oh.
Zeb.
Yeah, okay. I was like, Kanan Jarrus was Freddie Prinze Jr. You confused me.
No, I said Zeb.
I missed that. Sorry. But yeah, so...
And Steve Bloom? Okay.
I was very confused.
Okay.
So, what I was saying was, at Star Wars Celebration, they revealed, like, a snippet of Ahsoka, what they've done so far with it, and basically they took the last 15-20 seconds of Rebels, where it's Ahsoka walking up behind Sabine looking at the mural.
Or somebody told me about this, yeah.
Yeah, and it's all their live-action counterparts. And so, we are getting a live-action... the only one I haven't heard is Zeb.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they could easily have passed him off as him being back on his original home planet.
Yeah.
Just doing things there.
With
Callus, perhaps.
There we go, Callus.
Maybe.
I was gonna say Fulcrum. I keep forgetting the guy's name. I just call him Fulcrum. Agent Fulcrum.
Former ISB agent.
Yeah.
Callus. Now he has mutton chops. Which is
And
very
a-
70s.
He had mutton chops and he had a chin piece, didn't he?
I don't know. I thought it was all bald in here.
No, I thought it was like mutton chops and just like a little bit right here when he's like, "You didn't kill them all," and he's like, "Oh yay!"
I don't know. It's been a while since I saw that episode, so
I mean,
he had some fierce mutton chops, regardless.
he
So.
really did it.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap this up real
Yeah,
quick.
we've rambled.
And until the next part of Kenobi, this is Abstract Tiger signing off. I am... Be sure... Okay. Take 2 on the closing. Alright, be sure to... If you have not, subscribe. It helps. Like. Also, hit the bell so you do not miss any episodes coming out. We have 2 left. I am interested to see how they wrap this up. So, until the next episode, bye-bye and be blessed, everyone.